the North Sea, a vast expanse of water nestled between the United Kingdom, Scandinavia, and mainland Europe. But beneath this captivating exterior lies a heart of immense power, capable of unleashing chaos and devastation with terrifying force. From Viking longships to modern cargo vessels, countless ships have met their end beneath these unforgiving waves. Join us now as we delve into the history of the North Sea, exploring 5 of the most harrowing tragedies to have unfolded in these waters. The night of September 28, 1994 began like any other for the MS Estonia, a large cruise ferry making its regular journey from Tallinn, Estonia to Stockholm, Sweden. On board were over 900 souls, holidaymakers, families and crew, all looking forward to their destination or returning home after a journey. As darkness fell, the Estonia sailed into a stormy North Sea. The waves were growing larger, the wind howling, but such conditions were not uncommon for this part of the world. Shortly after midnight, a loud metallic bang echoed throughout the ship. The bow visor, a large metal door at the front of the car deck, had buckled under the immense pressure of the waves, allowing a torrent of water to flood in. The Estonia, caught off guard and already listing heavily in the storm, began to sink rapidly. Panic ensued as passengers and crew alike struggled to comprehend what was happening. The order to abandon ship was given, but the rapidly tilting vessel and freezing water made launching lifeboats nearly impossible. Many, trapped within the sinking ship, succumbed to the icy grip of the sea. Within an hour of the initial impact, the once proud vessel had vanished beneath the waves, taking with it 852 lives. The subsequent investigation revealed critical flaws in the design of the bow visor, a design flaw that ultimately sealed the fate of the vessel and those on board. The disaster led to significant changes in maritime safety regulations, particularly for ro-ro, roll-on/roll-off ferries like the Estonia. July 6, 1988 dawned bright and clear over the Piper Alpha platform, an oil rig stationed in the North Sea, approximately 120 miles northeast of Aberdeen, Scotland. Over 200 men worked tirelessly on the platform, extracting oil and gas from the depths below. That fateful evening, a series of seemingly minor errors and unfortunate coincidences aligned to create a chain reaction of catastrophic proportions. Maintenance work on a condensate pump, combined with a miscommunication about a vital safety valve, left the platform vulnerable. At 10 p.m., a gas leak ignited, creating a small explosion that, while alarming, seemed manageable. However, this initial explosion was merely a prelude to the horror that was about to unfold. The fire spread rapidly, engulfing the platform in flames and igniting a chain reaction of explosions as gas pipelines ruptured under the intense heat. The Piper Alpha, designed as an oil production platform not with large-scale evacuations in mind, quickly became a death trap. Escape routes were blocked by flames, the lifeboat system failed, and many workers were forced to jump from the burning platform into the churning, oil-slicked sea below. Rescue efforts were hampered by the ferocity of the blaze and the remote location of the platform. Only 61 men survived the disaster. The subsequent inquiry led to sweeping changes in safety regulations for the industry, with a focus on fire safety, evacuation procedures, and platform design. The evening of March 6, 1987, was calm and clear in the port of Zeebrugge, Belgium. The MS Herald of Free Enterprise, a roll-on/roll-off ferry operated by Townsend Thorson, was preparing to embark on its routine crossing to Dover, England. On board were over 500 passengers and crew, many of them day trippers heading back to England after a day on the continent. Unbeknownst to those on board, a fatal error had already been made. The bow doors of the ferry, designed to open up to allow vehicles to drive on and off, had been left open as the ship left the port. This seemingly small oversight, compounded by a lack of communication and a tired and overworked crew, would have catastrophic consequences. As the Herald of Free Enterprise sailed out of the harbour and into the open sea, seawater began to flood onto the car deck through the open bow doors. The ship, designed to stay afloat with its car deck dry, quickly began to list sharply. Within minutes, the situation escalated from a minor mishap to a terrifying emergency. The sudden and severe tilt of the ferry caught many passengers off guard. People were thrown from their seats, luggage tumbled across decks, and panic gripped those on board as the realization dawned that the ship was sinking. The order to abandon ship was given, but with the vessel listing so heavily, escape was difficult and dangerous. Those who could made their way to the upper decks, hoping for rescue, while others were trapped inside the rapidly sinking ferry. In the end, 193 people lost their lives in the disaster. The investigation that followed highlighted a series of failings, including the open bow doors, poor communication, and inadequate safety procedures. The Shetland Islands, a rugged archipelago north of mainland Scotland, are known for their wild beauty and their importance to the North Sea oil and gas industry. On August 23, 2013, a routine journey between an offshore oil platform and Sunburn Airport on Shetland turned into a nightmare when a Super Puma helicopter carrying 16 passengers and 2 crew crashed into the unforgiving waters off the coast. The helicopter, operated by CHL Helicopters, was approaching Sunburn Airport when it suddenly lost altitude and plummeted into the sea. A frantic rescue operation was launched immediately, with Coast Guard helicopters, RNLI lifeboats, and nearby vessels rushing to the scene. Tragically, despite the valiant efforts of the rescue teams, only 4 people survived the crash. The remaining 14 passengers and crew perished in the icy waters, their lives cut short in a matter of minutes. The subsequent investigation revealed a catastrophic failure in the helicopter's gearbox, leading to a sudden loss of power and the tragic plunge into the sea. March 27, 1980, began like any other day for the 212 men aboard the Alexander L. Keeland, a Norwegian semi-submersible drilling rig operating in the Ekofisk oil field in the North Sea. The 5-legged platform, a familiar sight in the bustling oil field, housed workers who were essential to the extraction of oil and gas from the depths below. As evening approached and a storm began to brew in the North Sea, a deafening crack echoed across the platform. One of the 5 massive steel bracings that held the platform steady had snapped, succumbing to a fatigue crack that had gone undetected. The platform, now unstable and vulnerable in the increasingly rough seas, began to tilt dramatically. Chaos erupted as the structure listed precariously, throwing equipment about and tossing men into the frigid waters. The situation deteriorated rapidly, and within 20 minutes of the initial fracture, the Alexander L. Keeland capsized completely, plunging into the icy depths. The storm that raged around the sinking platform hampered rescue efforts, but a desperate search for survivors began immediately. Nearby vessels and helicopters battled the elements, searching for any sign of life amidst the debris-strewn waters. Tragically, 123 men lost their lives in the disaster. The speed at which the platform capsized and the ferocity of the storm left little chance for many to escape. The Alexander L. Keeland disaster remains one of the deadliest oil rig accidents in history. The loss of the Alexander L. Keeland and so many lives sent shockwaves through the oil and gas industry. The subsequent inquiry revealed flaws in the platform's design and construction, highlighting the importance of rigorous safety standards and regular inspections. The disaster led to significant improvements in platform design, construction, and safety regulations. The aim was to prevent such a tragedy from ever happening again. From the heart-wrenching loss of the MS Estonia to the fiery inferno of the Piper Alpha, the tragedies we've explored stand as grim reminders of the ever-present dangers faced by those who work and travel on the North Sea. These incidents, etched in the collective memory, serve as stark lessons highlighting the importance of constant vigilance, rigorous safety protocols, and respect for the raw power of this unforgiving sea. The North Sea, despite its beauty and bounty, demands respect. The stories of these disasters underscore the need for continuous improvement in maritime and offshore safety regulations, engineering design, and human vigilance. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of North Sea tragedies. If you found this video informative, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content.